Hey, what up, my beautiful, 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 beautiful divine kings and queens? What is up with y'all? All right. Man, I had to hop on here, go live real quick, just so I could talk to all of the people. God really just been dealing with me heavily and just letting me know that he need me to speak to his people and let them know what's going on in the world, because it's a lot of people that's being held in bondage. A lot of God's people is being held in bondage just because they don't have the information that they really want to have. A lot of people, they really seek information, but they don't have a means of actually obtaining that information. So, that's why I'm here to deliver the information, to those that don't have it. So today, the topic of discussion is gaslighting. So we got to get deep now. This platform ain't just about, all of the positive and everything, positive energy, this, positive energy, that. Yeah, it is all about positivity, but at the same time, we do have to discuss the other end of it, because at the end of the day, it exists. If we just sit there and just ignore it, then, it's going to go unnoticed and people are going to continuously be uninformed. So we got to talk about the act of gaslighting. Because like I said, a lot of guys, people are just being held in bondage and they not able to ascend to the point where they really need to ascend to do the things that they really need to do for the kingdom, because they being held in bondage. Now, the problem is that nowadays in these end times, there are a lot of narcissistic people that emotionally manipulate people. And, this is really nothing that we could do about it. It is what it is. You got the darkness and then you got the light. It is what it is. As long as there's going to be light, there's always going to be darkness. So we got to just know what it is, and we just got to be conscious of it, and we got to know how to combat stuff like that. So just to get into it, what is gaslighting? But before I get into it, if anybody else wants to put their opinion on it or anything like that, go ahead, drop it in the comment section, or you can comment while we're doing a live, however you want to do it. So basically, what is gaslighting? Gaslighting is basically just a way for that people emotionally manipulate other people into questioning their own sanity. So basically, they don't want you to feel like you understand things. So they'll interact with you in a way that's really funny. They'll move in a really funny way to where you're not able to make sense of how they moving. So it's basically just to keep you confused and to keep you, focused on them and the confusion that they trying to put on you, rather than being focused on yourself and ascending to the next level. So it's basically just an emotional manipulation, and it's a distraction. It's to distract you from what you got going on and things like that. So, like I said, this goes on a lot because in these end times, it's just a lot of narcissists that's out there in the world, and they taking advantage of other people. They emotionally manipulating other people. And this is a form of witchcraft. So, if for those that don't believe in witchcraft, like any type of emotional manipulation or anything like that is a form of witchcraft, because it's a person trying to cause something to happen that's outside of the will of God. And the will of God is harmonious. It's reciprocal back and forth, harmonious back and forth between, people, so that we can all grow, so that we can all prosper, so that we can all make it to the next level. That's what we're put here for. We're put here to interact with each other so that we can grow together, so we can, we can all prosper together. But, there are certain people that go against the will of God. So they'll know that maybe that you were put in their life to teach them something or something like that. Or maybe they were put in your life so that they could teach you something so that y'all could grow together. But they will go against that. And this happens really just because of a lot of ego. Like, a lot of people just go through life with a lot of ego, and a lot of jealousy, a lot of maliciousness, and they don't want to see other people grow. They don't want to see other people prosper. So when it comes to them doing their part, that God put them here to do, then they don't want to do it because, they just don't want to do it. Either they don't want to put in the energy or whatever the case may be. But at the same time, since they don't want to put in the energy, they don't want to see anybody else prosper above the point that they are. So they'll actively use their energy to attach themselves to other people so that they can emotionally manipulate those people so that they can't grow and they can't prosper. And so that's the problem that we got going on. That's why a lot of people are being kept in bondage. A lot of people are being held on a very low vibration just because of all of this gaslighting that's going on. And this is going on, like, I would say majority of people in this world are doing this. So you got to really be careful about who you dealing with and who you attaching yourself to, because at the end of the day, 9 times out of 10, you know, I'm not going to say 9 times out of 10, but there's a good possibility that any random person that you deal with is a narcissist. And you would never know this just from the first time that you meet this person or something like that. This is stuff that you would learn over time, because when people are doing this type of stuff, they do it very, very calculatedly. So they'll actually be in your face. They'll act like they're your best friend. They'll completely befriend you and everything and act like you have the best relationship. And then when they go away from you, then that's when they plot and scheme. And they're like, okay, so how can I make sure that this person doesn't feel good about themselves? They're not able to prosper and make it to the next level, because they know if they give you that reciprocal energy back and forth, that you're going to be able to thrive off of that. Same way they're thriving off of taking your energy from you, they know that if they reciprocate the energy back, then you're going to thrive off of that too. So they'll get energy from you. They'll come in, you know, maybe have a conversation with you, you know, and things like that. And then they'll get energy from you. But when it comes time for them to actually reciprocate that energy, they will completely go against it and be like, no, I'm not reciprocating this energy. I'm not going to do anything to try to make this person feel like they're actually worth anything. In fact, I'm going to actually do the exact opposite. And I'm going to try to make sure that this person doesn't feel like they're worth anything, so they're not able to keep going and doing the things that they're doing. So that's what's going on. This is it's gaslighting. It's emotional manipulation, and it is actually witchcraft. So anytime you're trying to, you know, exert a type of control over people, that is witchcraft. That is witchcraft. If you're not letting the will of God be the will of God and let things flow naturally the way that they flow, then you're doing witchcraft. You're doing manipulation. Manipulation is witchcraft. So however you want to look at it, you know, it's all the same thing, just different words for the same thing. So gaslighting, emotional manipulation, witchcraft is all the same thing, but just different words for the same thing. So it's people trying to control the situation and trying to make sure basically that you don't feel good about yourself and that you don't prosper. So if you find yourself dealing with people and you feel like, you know, they're not giving you back the same energy that you're giving to them, then, you know, that's when it's really your job to detach yourself. So we're going to get into how you can combat, you know, this type of behavior. And it really comes from just having a lot of self-love for yourself, knowing yourself, and, you know, and always just walking in righteousness. So as long as you walking in righteousness and you intending the best things for people, you're not intending to hurt people, you're not trying to bring people down, then, you know, you in good stand. But to combat this stuff, you got to make sure that you walking in your righteousness, that you staying true to yourself, and that you staying honest with yourself, so that you able to notice this stuff. You able to use your gift of discernment, you know, which is gifted by the Holy Spirit. You able to use your gift of discernment and say, okay, this person is not, you know, they're not treating me the way that I know that they should be treating me. And you have to detach yourself from that situation, and you have to detach yourself from those type of people, because those type of people, they are looking to drain you of your energy so that you don't have energy to put into the things that you really need to be putting it into. They're purposely trying to drain your energy, and they're trying to stop you from doing whatever you're doing. So just don't fall for it. Make sure you always being honest with yourself. Pay attention to how you feel. So if people are making you feel like down and making you feel like you're not really worth nothing, detach yourself from those people. Get from around those people. Anybody that makes you feel a negative feeling or anything like that, make sure you remove yourself from those type of people. And this type of behavior, the gaslight and everything, this could go on really in your face, or it could go on away from you. A person could gaslight you to your face. For example, like, let's say you have a conversation with somebody, and then you know you had the conversation, but then when you refer back to the conversation again, then they try to act like the conversation never happened. They try to act like, oh, well, no, I never said that. I never said that. Like, what are you talking about? and stuff like that. And then you thinking in your head, like, already, what do you mean? I remember the conversation word for word. I know exactly what you said, but now you sitting here trying to deny that you ever said it or that the conversation was ever had. That person is gaslighting you, and they're emotionally manipulating you for whatever reason. So, you don't necessarily need to find out the reason. Just know that it's going on, that you being emotionally manipulated, and that this person is, a manipulator, and to separate yourself from that person. That's all you really can do, is just separate yourself and detach yourself from these type of people. And these could be people in your family. This could be just people that you meet randomly on the street, because, like, if you are a being of light, if you're a person that's a real positive person, you really trying to do good things in your life, you're going to attract these people, because these people are able to recognize you just without you even saying nothing. So you could walk into a room and a negative person could just recognize you and just be like, okay. And of course, they're going to try to, attach themselves to you so that they can drain some of your energy from you. So that's what these people are doing. A lot of these people are narcissists. What do narcissists need? They need narcissistic supply. Supply is energy. So they need to go to different type of people, and they need to drain the energy from those people for them to feel good about themselves. And that is a vast majority of people in this world that are walking around like this. And that's the sad thing about it, because, we living in the end times, and that's really just all it is. And, in the good book, in the Holy Bible, they said in the end times, people will be lovers of themselves. And that's what they talking about. They talking about the narcissists, like the vast amount of narcissists that we have in society today. That's what it was referring to. It's saying people will be lovers of themselves. So they don't have love for God. They don't acknowledge God. They don't, acknowledge the presence of God in their life. They don't acknowledge God working through them. So they are lovers of themselves. And the real true reality of it is that they don't really truly have love at all. So, because all of their love, everything is focused on themselves. It's like me, 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 me. How can I get this? How can I get that? How can I make myself feel better type thing? They're not looking at how can I give to the world so that I can receive back, what's really due for me. They're thinking, how can I take? How can I take? If they see a person that is a really good person, is a really nice person, a really open person, really confident person, they're going to approach that person and think, okay, how can I steal some energy from this person? How can I make this person feel like they're not actually as good of a person as they really are? So they'll come into your life and they'll befriend you and everything like that. And they'll act like y'all are best friends. And then at that very point, they will disappear. Like this is how they do it, like away from you, to where they don't actually have to be in your presence to gaslight you. And this is how it's done, like away from you, where they'll act like you have a harmonious relationship and everything like that. They'll interact with you and everything and be like, hey, everything is cool. And then when that encounter is over, they just disappear. And when they do this, they want you to think about them and think like, okay, well, what did I do to this person to make them just disappear and not even contact me no more? But at the end of the day, of course, you didn't do anything. You just, had a conversation with them, and then you thought you made a friend. And then after that, you never heard from the person again. So this is a form of gaslighting. This is basically them taking your energy from you. They're trying to take your attention. Where attention goes, that's where energy flows. So if they take your attention from you, then they know they got your energy from you. So, and that's how narcissists are. They are very, very calculated to the point where if you're not paying very close attention, or you don't know what narcissists are, then you would never pick up on it. You would just feel like, okay, why are things not flowing the way that I feel like they should be flowing with this person? Why is everything going the opposite way than what it feels like it should be going? And it's because that person is emotionally manipulating you. So, I'm not saying this to bash nobody or to bash people or nothing like that. It's just the Most High has been speaking to me and letting me know that I need to come on here and just be truthful about things that I've gone through and on my journey, and getting to where I am on my journey and how I was able to do it. And a lot of it came down to me just getting away from people that were emotionally manipulating me and performing witchcraft on me. So because that's exactly what it is these people are performing witchcraft on you. They're exerting control over you. They're trying to see, okay, how can I control this person and get them to bend to my will, rather than being like, okay, let me have a harmonious relationship relationship with this person. That's the exact opposite of what they want. They do not want to have a harmonious relationship with you, because they know that if they have a harmonious relationship with you, then that's going to pour into you, that's going to feed into you, and that's going to help you grow. And that's the last thing that a narcissist wants to do, is help you grow and help you get to your next level. No, they want to take from you and stop you from getting to any level that is above where they are, or just having any type of happiness whatsoever in the first place. So you just got to watch out for this. Watch out for people that try to befriend you. You got to really just read people's energy, and you got to use your gift of discernment, because, smiling faces leave no traces. People smile all in your face just so that you don't see the knife that they holding behind their back, ready to stab you with. So you got to really be conscious, and you gotta deal with people spiritually. You gotta think about, okay, how, like, what's going on in this situation spiritually, like how. That's why you gotta be able to read that energy that you're getting back from people. When you put the energy out, you gotta read the energy that you're getting back. And I'm not saying that you gotta be, selfish or nothing like that, and just be like, oh no, I'm not pouring into people or nothing like that. No, pour into people, have love for people, have love for everybody. But when it comes to dealing with people, make sure that you keep the people around you that are giving back to you, that are actually adding to, what you got going on, that are trying to show you love and things like that. Because people can only pretend for so long. So they'll be able to pretend for that initial conversation. And, they may be able to go away for a while and then come back and pretend for a while, but they're not going to be able to continue to pretend like over and over for a long period of time. It's going to come out energetically how they really actually feel about you. So that's why you got to be able to read people's energy, use your gift of discernment. Make sure you stay prayed up, because this is really what's going to give you that gift of discernment, is just staying prayed up, asking God to gift you with the gift of the Holy Spirit, which is the gift of discernment, so that you can be able to recognize who is really for you and who is not for you, because everybody is gonna approach you as if they are for you. Even the people that are completely against you, they are gonna approach you as if they are for you. But at the same time, you have to be able to use your gift of discernment to know, like, no, this person is being deceptive. They're not really for me. This person is being deceptive, and they're coming toward me, and they're using witchcraft on me. So just make sure y'all stay prayed up, because as long as you stay prayed up, then you are protected, you are covered, and there's nothing really they can do to ever actually harm you. So just make sure you stay prayed up, make sure you give God the glory, and make sure you just stay asking for the Holy Spirit, the gift of discernment, and just watch how people deal with you, and, show love, have love for everybody, just be your true divine self, stay happy, stay in good spirit, stay positive and everything like that. But you do really got to just, watch how people deal with you, and watch how people move around you to really know, like, are these people trying to emotionally manipulate me? And you don't have to be worried. Don't be worried or anything like that, because once you start using the word witchcraft, people start getting worried and stuff like that. But, like, as long as you stay on the side of God, then no weapon formed against you shall prosper. So it don't matter what kind of witchcraft or whatever anybody try to do on you, it's not going to prosper. The only thing that's going to happen is whatever they're trying to do to you is going to come right back on them, and it's going to be apparent in their own life. So people don't realize this when they're doing all of this negativity and practicing all of this negativity, is that when you focus on something, you're attracting it to you. So if you're focusing on causing somebody else's downfall, or making sure that somebody else doesn't feel good about themselves, you're attracting that same energy to you. So they may do this to you, and then somebody else gonna come right back, right behind, and then do the same thing to them, and probably do it even worse. So somebody else is gonna be better at it. They're gonna do the same thing to them, and have them feeling exactly the way that they wanted you to feel. So don't be that person. Don't be the person that comes into a situation trying to emotionally manipulate and trying to be like, oh no, I want this person to pay their attention to me. I want this person to pay their attention to me, trying to steal people's attention and stuff like that. No, like that is witchcraft. That is emotional manipulation. It is witchcraft. So don't go doing that. Let situations happen naturally. Have harmonious relationships with people. Give love, give wisdom. You know, that's what a harmonious relationship is people coming together and they're exchanging love and wisdom and, you know, things of the light. So if you're not doing that, then you are going against the will of God, and you are exerting control. And when you're exerting control, you are performing witchcraft. You are actively performing witchcraft. So be aware of this stuff and just make sure you stay in your positive spirit, stay in the light, and, you know, everything is going to be good for you. If anybody got any kind of questions or anything, drop them in the comment section. You already know it is your boy, Q the Divine. I just came here to put y'all up on a little bit of game so that y'all not going through here, you know, being ignorant to the devices of the devil. Because without knowledge, people perish. You know, so if we don't have knowledge of the devices of the enemy, then we will be subject to those devices and we will perish. So we got to have the knowledge so that we can protect ourselves. The knowledge is our protection. So that's what I'm here for, to make sure I'm spreading the knowledge. As I get it, then y'all get it. So, you know, I'm not trying to get knowledge and then just hold it to myself and just be able to protect myself. No, I want to give the knowledge to y'all so that y'all can protect yourself, and just know that it's a battle. It's a battle out here. It's a battle between, you know, light and dark, like ascension or low vibration. And it's a lot of low vibrational people, and they are able to masquerade themselves as high vibrational people, because if they know you a high vibrational positive person, they know that they can't come around you with negative energy and have you pay attention to them. So they're going to masquerade themselves as being just like you so that you will pay attention to them. And then after they've got your attention, then that's when they'll start moving, you know, like a snake. You know, that's the serpent. They'll start moving like a snake once they got your attention. So just make sure you're dealing with people, you know, honestly, righteously, standing upright. You know, if you got feelings for people, you know, tell them that you like them. Like, hey, you know, I like what you did. I like how you did that. I like how you did that. Don't hold back from, you know, giving people compliments or praising people or nothing like that, because that's where it all starts. It's like it starts like a little seed to where, like, you just don't want to acknowledge somebody as doing something good, and then it spirals out of control into, like, you got full blown jealousy for this person and, like, viewing this person as your enemy. So do not be subject to the devices of the devil. The devil is our subconscious mind. If you let negative thoughts get into your subconscious mind, then you are subject to the devices of the devil. So just make sure you stay in your positive vibration, stay in positivity, stay always just wanting to bring positive things to the world. Just, you know, positive intentions. Just always make sure your intentions are of good, and you're going to be good. Anything that tries to come towards you with negativity or anything like that is gonna be blocked. And those same people that's trying to make you feel a negative type of way, they are attracting that same thing right back to them. So it's like a boomerang. It's like they put it out and then it comes right back. So, you know, whatever way they trying to make you feel is how they gonna end up feeling, and it's probably how they already feel, but it's gonna just keep getting worse for them. So pray for those people. Like, you know, they always say pray for your enemies. Like, really, you should pray for your enemies, because they really need it. Pray for them. That's really what you can do if you want to do anything about it. Just pray for them. And, you know, just be conscious and make sure you stay in the light. And as long as you do all of these things, you are going to be set. These people are really just digging a grave for themselves. They are just like, they are lowering their own vibration, because if they're focusing on negativity, then your vibration is just getting lower and lower and lower and lower. So, you know, when you focus on positivity, that's when your vibration gets higher and higher. You focusing on negativity, your vibration is just going lower and lower and lower. So, you know, let these people do what they gonna do. Stay far away from them. And if you really feel like somebody is a threat or anything like that, that's when you start putting up those boundaries. So that's why it's important to have boundaries, because, like, if you ever feel like somebody actually is a threat to your sanity or your well-being or something like that, then that's when you start putting up those boundaries and just separate yourself far away from these people. So y'all just stay positive. Y'all stay in the light. And, you know, this has been another one. Wherever you're watching this on, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, or whatever, just drop in the comment section. Let me know what you think about gaslighting. If you feel like I left anything out or anything like that, then drop it in the comment section and we'll talk about it. But other than that, y'all stay up, y'all stay safe, y'all stay positive, and just stay being divine kings and queens. And I love y'all. I love you. 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 If don't nobody else tell you, I love you. Y'all take care.